Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. Still going. They can't stop him. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. 44 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. Here's Conner on the read option. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it winds up at a touchdown for Arizona. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Fournette fighting, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in for 14 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Brady's going to look to throw, and it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll toss this out right for Connor. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Murray. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Shaquille Barrett gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Nifty running by Beckham.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
59 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
This is Fournette, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play, Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Screen pass to Connor. A 1st down for Connor and then some. And all the way up to the 46.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, Murray, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one. And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Routed it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st down, Brady rolling to his right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Brady now on 1st down. Going for it all. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Buccaneers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Ready
to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Prater's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 89 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. A handoff to Fournette. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Vaughn. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Vaughn. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Keyshawn Vaughn taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Beckham the return. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. 116 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Now Leonard Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
He's crashing. He's cheating.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some time.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Suck up for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Throwing again, Murray. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fournette. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.